good morning. It's been a little over a week since I checked in with my goal slayers, but I had something I wanted to talk about this morning on my drive. I think there are a lot of misconceptions regarding network marketing or a social network marketing business and who is a good fit for that type of business. I think because they've become really common and basically anybody can sign up to be a network marketer, that some people think that it's a scam, or that's what I thought, that it was a scam. You can't actually make money doing that in that type of business, which I've now found out is not true, because I've made almost $10,000 with my network marketing business in under a year. So that's not true, but there's this misconception that anyone can do it, so it takes no particular skill, and that's not true. What I've learned in the last year is that there are some very specific qualities or character traits that make a good network marketer, and they're not what you would think. So first of all, the things that don't matter when it comes to network marketing. It doesn't matter if you have a background in sales. That doesn't matter at all. You can be highly successful. Some of the top earners in the business that I'm in, rodan+fields, are former kindergarten teacher, a former PR exec, former lawyer, former accountant. None of these people have sales training or background. So that's not necessarily relevant. Your formal education level is not necessarily relevant. You could be someone with a high school degree and be successful. You could be someone with a doctorate and be successful. You could be anyone in between. So that's not necessarily relevant. But there are some other very specific things that make or break someone in the network marketing business. So the first one that I really noticed is, if you are the type of person who, okay, let's just break it down like this. In every job, every workplace, there's a bell curve of work ethic. The majority of people kind of fall right in the middle, where they're not going to do anything really extra or put any extra effort into it, but they are going to do enough to not get in trouble. So when people are watching, they're going to be doing their job. They're going to meet their timelines, but just barely. They may miss a few here and there. If they'll take any reason to not come to work. Either they're sick or they're going to take their full vacations, all within the boundaries of what is acceptable in a workplace. They're not complete lazy slackers who do absolutely nothing, but they're not super motivated either. That's the majority of people in the workplace. And then there's the two other extremes. The people who do almost nothing. They literally do as little as possible to get by without getting fired. And sometimes, often they end up getting fired or quitting pretty quickly because of their low level of work ethic. And then there's the top extreme of people who are just overachievers. They tend to be, the ones that are there the earliest or stay the latest. They always meet their deadlines. They do it more for the sake of that's their job and that's what they're supposed to do, or they believe in the mission or the goal of their company, rather than doing it because someone's watching them or because they don't want to get in trouble. These people at the highest end, and you know who you are because every job you've ever taken, you end up excelling. You end up moving to the top really quickly being recognized or noticed as being an outstanding employee or having a great work ethic, you know who you are. Those are the people who do amazing in network marketing. The people who are right there in the middle, all those average Joes, and you know who you are too. If you do just enough to get by and not get in trouble, if you only work when people are watching, they don't do well in network marketing at all. And here's why. The people at the top end, they don't need a boss to stand over them and tell them what to do. And in network marketing, you don't have a boss. You are your own boss. You have to be driven and motivated on your own accord because of your own goals. There's not someone there to fire you. The people in the middle who need that to work, they need someone. They need the fear of being fired to actually get their job done. They won't do enough to actually be successful. So that's one key characteristic that makes or breaks someone in network marketing. So if you are the type of person who is always outperforming your colleagues, you always find yourself on the top end of that spectrum, you should seriously consider a network marketing job. There are so many companies like that available. You'd really need to do your research into what is very profitable, which business models are making the most sense, which ones give you the highest commission rate. But the great thing about it, for the people who are high achievers, the sky is literally the limit. The possibilities are endless on what you can actually earn. And if you outwork everyone, you can be one of those people who's making 6 figures a month. $1 million earner. I mean, that literally happens. People actually earn that type of money in network marketing, but it's only that top tier of people who outwork everyone else. Other things that can make or break a network marketing consultant. If you are not coachable, like people give you advice, but you don't want to listen to it because you are either too smart, you're arrogant, or you just don't care enough, you will never do well in network marketing. You have to be 100% coachable because it's a tough job that takes a lot of coaching and learning in order to be successful at it. Especially, most people get into it, like I said, with no sales training. But there is a very specific proven system for how to be successful. And if you will just allow yourself to be coachable, you can do it. You can learn it. It's not rocket science. And you can implement it, and you can see the fruits of your labor and become very successful. But if you're not willing to be coachable, if you are the kind of person when someone tries to give you advice, you're like, I'm not going to listen to you, I'm way smarter than you, or no thanks, and, I'm not interested in changing who I am or what I do, then you won't be very good in a network marketing structure. And then the final thing, and this kind of goes along with work ethic, but I think it's a little bit different, is if you tend to be a flaky person. And a lot of people don't like to admit that they're flaky, but if you often make plans and then flake out on them, you say you're going to do something, but you don't actually follow through. You commit to a lot of things, but don't ever work it all the way to accomplishing that task or goal, you will not be good at network marketing. People who are successful in network marketing have to be very resilient, and they have to hook onto those goals and be almost narrow-minded with blinders on towards achieving that goal, not letting anything push them off of their path, because even though it's a very simple business, it's not easy, because because you will face rejection from people. You will have to go through other people judging what you're doing. You'll face a lot of failure in the course of building a big organization or a big business. So you have to be resilient. You can't be flaky where anything is going to just sway you off your path. So those are the main things that make the difference between a very successful network marketer and someone who doesn't need to be in that type of business. So evaluate yourself. If you're the type of person who is always outperforming your colleagues, if you have really strong work ethic, you can persevere, you're very goal-oriented, you're not a flake, then you should really consider this type of structure of a business and see what it can do for you, because I've already been exposed to so many people who have taken this type of business and run with it and made it into something huge for themselves. And that's just exciting. The way that our world works today, our networks are huge because of social media. And we can really take advantage of that through business. People don't go to department stores to shop and buy as much anymore. They look to friends and colleagues for recommendations. And if you are passionate about a certain product, you can be the person to recommend that product to your network. And that's how network marketing works. And it's really successful because of social media. That's really changed the face of how we do business and how people shop and buy. So, if you'd like to learn more about my network marketing business, I'd love to tell you about it. If you're interested in trying to explore if that would be something that would be a good fit for you because you fit those three main things, then hit me up. I would love to talk to you about it. And otherwise, just get out there, evaluate the kind of person you are, and if what you're doing is a good fit for you. Set your intentions early in the morning and work all day to achieve those goals that you set for yourself. Have an awesome Tuesday.